Alright. Let's get to redesigning all of these rooms. I'm gonna try to bang out, like, hopefully all of these rooms here. I think the first step would be to like fix this room up. So actually I should have looked at this room and see what we could do there. Oh, another thing, I don't know if I want to do this. Another thing I could do is set some properties for each of these rooms. So like, even though this is a big room, I could set it up so that like I know that I want to divide it into several rooms. And what I theoretically could do is split it up to into different rooms. But what I think I'm gonna do, I think I will just make a new room for it. So I don't get distracted anymore, because I feel like every time I work on like redesigning these rooms, I try to find myself a new excuse to not work on redesigning rooms, and instead program some new workaround. So I won't be doing that today. We're gonna work on these rooms with like pure brute force. We'll see how far we get. Let's see, we have 80 rooms. I'll go with room 81. This one is room 7, so let's duplicate that one. Call it 81. Oh, okay. So we already have these bounds. I'm pretty sure this bound right here represents like what's technically the... Oh no, this is the exact point. So for every 300 or for every 81 pixels, will always be in between two tiles here. Oh crap! It's raining a bunch. It was raining through a little bit through my window, but it's alright. Alright, so room 81, we're gonna delete. I guess we'll delete all of this here. I think what we could do is separate this into 3 sections, so it'll be 3 times bigger, but it'll be their own room. Honestly, I should split it up into different sections. I kind of like the idea. There would just be more coding involved. I don't know if I want to code today, or like I told myself I wouldn't do that, but it's a good idea. Let's see what we could do here. So if this is the bounds of our room, we actually need to move everything up a bit. Alright, you know what else I'm gonna do? So one other thing that's slightly frustrating about doing it this way is we are going to have to change our grid up. So actually, I think we could do 8x8 and set our primary line every 23 steps. And we could still see it. Alright, yeah, I think that's good the way it is. Alright, yeah, so now this room will be completely bound. It doesn't look too bad. But hitting the wall definitely is an issue. We saved this room as room 81, but oh yeah, in our game it's actually probably something else. Yeah, room 72. So let's make sure we rename that. It usually won't be a problem if we've already renamed it here. But because I already instanced it in our scene there, or I already added it as a child, the name was saved. Alright. So, let me see here. I mean, this is good enough. The only issue is hitting this spring will kill us. Or not kill us, but we hit the ceiling, so either I make the ceiling higher, or we could just add spikes to this part right there. I think that's what we'll do. And I am going to delete all of these other objects. Yeah. So as for our room switchers, our checkpoints here, there might be an issue. Yeah, there might be a slight issue with this because, I mean, either we could theoretically rotate it. Yeah, we could rotate it. I think if we rotate it 90 degrees, that'll be fine. But there are some issues that I think would still arise. So we'd want to actually rotate it -90 or like 270. Because usually up is associated with, like, if the right side is usually associated with progressing through the game, so we'll make sure that this side is up here instead of rotating it 90 degrees, which would put this up there. Seems like common sense, but sometimes you have to reiterate that sort of stuff. So yeah, 270 would bring us up there, and then our next room would also have something similar. Like that. I'm wondering maybe we could just drop this down a bit too. Technically could dash up here. Yeah, we might just get rid of that spring right there. It's kind of redundant. Alright, on to the next room. The next room, so we're gonna duplicate this room again. Room 70, I'm gonna call it 82. And for room 82, you know what's weird? Our snap didn't save. So over here it did save. What I think, well, we might need to actually restart the engine. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Configure snap. It's so weird. It doesn't update all the time. So yeah, we'll leave it like that. Maybe it has to do with each of our... I guess you change the step based on the room that you're in. So I'll have to keep... what I think I should do is if we go into room 72, I need to change the grid there, and then once I create duplicates, it should be fine. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to delete all of this. All of this. And I need to make sure... Actually not entirely sure what our grid is here. It should be 23 tiles high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so yeah, 23 starts here. It'd be within these bounds and within these lines. I should have known, but because we're like rounding everything off, wasn't entirely sure. So we're gonna get rid of all of this. And another thing that's gonna be, yeah, so one thing that's an issue with designing these types of rooms is that it doesn't matter too much as long as I know the dimensions here. So like I know that this is 3 tiles apart, so placing it won't actually be that big of a deal. Like I can just, I'll assume it's right there, but we could always move it. So like actually what I'll do just to get creative is I'll put it right there, and actually we can widen this up a bit. Do something like that, and this is gonna be a super basic room. So another thing that I'm thinking about is the fact that, you know, maybe we do want to make some sort of code to handle rooms that, like, we can make a huge room but still bound it to these like our resolution. And then we would just design our rooms based on like the dimensions there. The reason why I think it'd be nice to do that is because like when it comes to designing rooms like this, I wouldn't have to make a new room every single time. I could just make I can make an entire map technically in one room and it'd be fine. So yeah, we might just do that. I won't do it today. We're gonna see how well this turns out to be. Keep this here. So yeah, same with this one. We'll rotate it 270 degrees. Oh, and I hope it works the same way. Oh, yeah. There's going to be an issue here. With our raycast being rotated like this, it might actually mess us up. We're going to want to grab, like right now, we're grabbing the, like, to increase the size of this raycast here, we're grabbing the y-axis. But because we're rotating at 90 degrees, what's going to happen is once we place it, this is going to grow. Actually, it might not change, but I think the positioning will change. So like it'll move up more, and it'll still grow in the y direction, but it'll move up in the y direction where we want it to move horizontally. So I'll have to fix that. But as long as it works for now, I'm not gonna do anything. So I'm just gonna test this out, see if this works. Let's make sure we rename this to room 82. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, even though these they're not positioned right, but we could technically just do that. The only issue that like kind of arises from this is that if we want to connect this room to that one, we can't, because then these two would overlap. And so that's why I'm kind of thinking maybe we should code, like if we want to make a large room, we could just say, we could code in, hey, we want this to be a large room and we want to make the camera static. And so we would divide the room into like these sections of 320 by 180. I won't, yeah, like I said, I won't do that today. Maybe, I guess this is just like a practice run for level design in case we do want to do it, in case we do want to do something like this. But yeah, I think we're going to stick to this structure here on the right. See, this is like one big room. And it's a big vertical room. It kind of doesn't make sense to split vertical rooms like this, in my opinion. Alright, yeah, let's get rid of this here. Oh, yo, Chev, how's it going, man? Each room was its own tile map? Yeah, each room is its own tile map. Alright, so yeah, something like this. You see how we can, like, now it's its own room. But yeah, we can do the same exact thing. Like, this room and this room could still be the same room, and we'll still have the camera movement, like, switch like this. That way I don't have to, like, worry about making the game, or, like, the friction between two rooms won't be, as like, it won't be as difficult to make new rooms. But yeah. So let's get into the level design aspect, and I'm hoping to use this opportunity to like work on my level design, not only like the structures, but like making cool rooms. Like I don't know what I want to do here, but we're just gonna kind of wing it. But you know, I do have some experience with it, so we'll see what I could do. I think what I want to try to do is actually put let me see here, what we could try to do. I'm thinking to put like a spring right here, and then a wall here, then a platform here, and then you get across in one way or another. And we'll put a checkpoint like right there at the end. Oh, I didn't see what the checkpoint looked like. It seemed like it was invisible, actually. I didn't see anything at... Oh! You know what? It does... It looks fine to me, actually. One thing that is strange, though, is that you can kind of see that black box on the top. Like, that shouldn't be there. So I'm actually wondering... what's the reasoning behind that? You're deciding to switch to grid maps for like, are you saying like multiple tile maps? I have so many tile maps in my game. Like literally everything. Like there's so many things that are divided into tile maps. I can even show you. Alright, give me 1 second. Yeah, so that black box is there. Literally only. Let me just see if it's in the other rooms, because I don't know if it's actually maybe a border. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see because my entire game is black. Okay, let's go to the beginning here. I usually don't have gaps. Oh, I see. Grid maps are equivalent to 3D tile maps. So yeah, I've never had issues with tile maps. Like I'll show you right now. I mean, obviously my game is 2D, so maybe there's some things that are different. I mean, but it's only an extra axis, right? So yeah, each of these rooms are their own tile map, and then within each of these rooms, you'll see that I have tile maps separating like all of my objects. So like the auto tile. I'm pretty clever with my names, but the auto tile 2 is just the collision tile map. The auto tile background is for like the wall. And then I have like wall decorations. So like if I wanted to place like a piece of furniture or like a background piece of furniture, I use that as a tile map. Then we have furniture tile maps. So like, whatever, vases, tables, stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, I have multiple tile maps, and I've never had any issues with like lag or anything. At least not from the tile maps. Yeah, there's a lot. But to what is nice about this is that like, sometimes like for my game in particular, like once they get like the hardest part, I guess, would be instancing them, but I still don't think that's too bad. But then when you die, that's when it becomes kind of an issue, because like not an issue, but like it's actually, I think it's best, because that way when you die in this room, I delete this whole room and I create another instance of it. And that's just what worked for me. So I kind of needed all of my tile maps to be like in one node. Or like in one room. But yeah, I think tile maps are pretty, like, they're optimized pretty well. I know someone who made like pixel simulate. Not, I don't know if that's the correct word for it, but like they have like these like simulations where like you'll draw sand, you'll draw sand in the game, and then the sand will drop down, and then you throw water, like a water element, and the water reacts to the sand and stuff like that. I've seen some. Was it you who did that? I feel like I saw someone made a simulation with like tile maps, and it looked really good. Yeah. Yeah, there. You might have saw that issue with, there was like a black tile right here. The reason why that's happening is, I think, because yesterday I added this other sort of code that basically adds extra tiles to the top based on like if it's too if a room is too small, we'll add extra tiles so that like you can't see the background. But this room should be perfectly sized. It should be 23 tiles, which, let's see, we go from 0 to negative 184, which is 4 pixels above. It is 4 pixels above the requirement, so maybe that's the issue. Maybe we'll want to set our limit. Let me see our room again. Yeah, it actually might work for you to use a grid map for that. So yeah, it is very strange that we have, like, this is an entire. I think this is. I can't tell if it's 4 pixels wide. I'm pretty sure it's probably 4 pixels high. What I am going to try to do really quick. Let me see if I made it 1 tile higher. No, that shouldn't solve the problem, but we're desperate here. Yeah, it's still there. Oh, wait, what? You might have seen that our camera moved up a bit, or moved down a bit. So yeah, we do have the correct size, but I don't know why that like weird box is there. It is our tile map, so I'm going for a split second. I'm going to go in. Oh, I know exactly why that's happening. It's because in our room, I forgot, like, you know what's funny? I worked on this yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'll deal with it later. Basically, for our tile maps, for the fill borders, I was talking about adding, like, extra blocks at the end. For this for loop, I actually, we're handling 0. And so, we shouldn't handle 0. So let's do... Is there a way to set... Is there a way to set x equal to 1? Like, when you're going through a for loop, is there a way to set a value first? Or should I just check if x equals 0, then don't do something? Go for loop. Start with 1. Oh yeah, we could do, I think, for I equals 0. I mean, I equals 1, or x equals 1. But actually, it would be for y equals 1 in border height. I don't know if this will work. Oh, no. But I think we could write it like this. If we write it like, you know, let's do this. Hey, how's it going, Shroomreaders? Kind of like a typical for loop. Did I get this right? Oh, he was just writing it in JavaScript. I thought that was an actual thing. Yeah, we'll just write an if statement checking if it's y. I mean, if it's 0. I'm silly. Yeah. I saw I saw a post and they were like, oh yeah, you could do it like this, but it was actually someone asking how to do it, but he was writing it in JavaScript. My bad. Yeah, we'll just say if y equals 0, or if y is not equal 0. Same with this one. No, it's not. There must be a better way to do it. Technically, if I created a variable here and we started with y, we could do it, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. This should fix it. Yeah, there we go. We do actually still see... Huh. So, when I first started the game, it was fine, and then afterwards... But I don't think we... Let me see something. Yeah, we didn't... No. So yeah, it works both for the bottom and the top room here, but when I died... Oh no. I guess it's fine. Let me try one more time. Okay, is it that it's not working, or that the light node has disappeared? Yeah, it's just that the light node disappeared. So yeah, we're gonna have to fix it for those rooms, but it's not a big deal. And then we'll also have to fix the check. Like, technically I'm in the other room, but we didn't hit a hitbox. And yeah, you could see it up here. So I'll have to fix that too. Yeah, like I said, it's because it's been moved up from our raycast. The raycast checked the distance between the player, or between the center of this object and the left side, and then it was like, oh, hey, we're a few pixels off, let's move up some more. But no, that's not the case. It's just we're rotated 90 degrees. So we'll fix that later. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Well, I think what I'll do is, ideally, if I do start another stream today, or if I just worked on the game today, I'll program like the rest of it. And honestly, if we just move it to the center here, it won't move as much. Yeah, if we do something like that, it'll be fine. Let's see here. Yeah, let's try to redesign this room to look cool. We'll do something like, yeah, I want to put a spring here. Let's also add some spikes. Oh, you know what? These are the wrong spikes. With all this extra space, let's go up 2 tiles. We will have to actually add a second checkpoint somewhere here. This would change the room, but we want to make sure that the next checkpoint is like either right above it. And I'll actually make a platform here so that if they do spawn right there, they can't just fall back through. I'll put it down here, like right there. Also, I want to make sure that our recast is not hitting anything. Do something like that for now. See how it runs. See now if we die, we'll spawn right there, and we can still jump through if we want to. Hey Chev, if you're still here, have you been going to the gym? Oh hell yeah. I plan on going after the stream, actually. I haven't been doing much cardio though. I'm trying to do like, I guess, strength training. It's what I feel most comfortable with. But when I do go to the gym, I do bike there. So I guess that's my cardio. It's not much cardio. It's literally like a 5-minute bike ride. But I do rush through it, so it does feel... It is a nice warm-up, I guess. And then I have to bike back, so I get like a little bit of cardio every day. You have any goals? How long have you been running, and how long do you plan on running? What's your goal from running, etc.? Nice, man. Yeah, keto's a pretty cool diet. I've never done it myself. Personally, I don't think I could do keto, just because I feel like I would break out a lot. I can't have too many fats. I can't have fat like that. But yeah, I've heard good things about it. Usually, I'll just do like no carb diets if I actually want to do something similar to keto. but I still eat like vegetables, meat, and stuff like that. The goal is to win a bet. Oh hell yeah, man! What kind of bet are you partaking in? $200, nice. How tall are you? So I feel like you look like a tall dude. So I feel like 200 is like crazy. Not crazy. Like I don't mean to say it's unrealistic, but I feel like you're a tall dude. So like, I don't want you to go too hard on yourself, thinking that you have to be 200. But you obviously probably know better than me. It's like I have friends who are pretty tall and they look pretty skinny, and them being 200 pounds like is surprising to me. Like I'm pretty short. I'm like 5'8", and so what am I? I'm like 160. I average out usually at 160, 165, but I'm pretty short, so like it makes sense. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, so that's pretty tall. I feel like on average, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But like even at 6 feet, people who are 200 pounds at 6 feet, that's pretty relatively skinny. If you work out along with that, you know, some of that'll be muscle, and you won't be. You'll look slim, but still have like you might be like 230 or something, you know. All right, so what do I want? Honestly, guys, I really don't want to do level design. It's something I dread every time. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what to do, guys. Poor guy. Chef, I think you're the only one watching right now. So, yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna just try to avoid. This looks pretty good. I'm gonna try to redesign our camera, or like recode our camera movement. The thing is, I've already coded this sort of thing, but now I have to do it again. I think I deleted it already, but basically we're gonna create a hybrid between that static moving camera and a moving camera. And basically we'll just set a variable inside a room saying, hey, we want this to be a static room. I think, yeah, honestly, I'm not feeling it right now. Unfortunately, I'm gonna take a break here. I'm probably gonna actually hit the gym. And then maybe when I get back, I'll work on coding the new type of room. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I heard. I mean, I saw your message. My condolences. Sorry. All right, sounds good. I'll see you around. Alright, bye everyone. I'll be back in like 2 hours or so.